You know? Alrighty, guys. So here we are. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Um, I'm WingPlayin. If you don't know me, I'm the CEO and the best manager on FC25 by far. I'm way better than any other person at this game in manager career mode, and I'm gonna prove it to you guys here. Because as you guys saw by the thumbnail, we're going to be reviving Manchester United. Yes, an absolute revive. Here we are, July 1st at Manchester United. This is what the team is looking like. Obviously, compared to prior years, this is one of the weakest Uniteds. I think we are all okay with saying that. However, we do have a few talents in the team and the academy that we're going to be pulling out. Also, for you guys, just anybody who's new to the channel, this is a very, very realistic career mode. We're not going to go and sign Mbappe to Manchester United because in real life, Mbappe wouldn't have signed for United and, whatever it is. So, this is a super realistic career mode where, all the games will be played on video. Obviously trimmed down to like highlights partially, but yeah, these are long episodes for anybody who is curious about that. But these are very, very interesting episodes, and it's a very nice journey. A lot of people do enjoy this. The channel is growing. We're up to 111 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button so we can reach 1,000 subscribers really, really fast. Let's expand the army. Let's make this as big as possible so people can see the videos. People can enjoy the videos just like you guys are about to enjoy this one because I'm telling you guys this is about to be very interesting. So, as we can see here, we're taking a look at the team. Pretty good team, obviously. It's not a bad team. Of course, it's Manchester United, but like I said, it's Manchester United. It shouldn't be this week. This is a pretty weak team. Highest rated is 86. If you compare it to their rival Manchester City, they're way higher rated. Whatever, we're not even here to compare. We're just going to do our best with United and see how we get on. So, like I said, we have to be realistic. I did want to call back Rashford and Sancho from loan, but that rarely ever happens in real life football. So we're not going to do it on the career mode. However, let's get started. So here's how I like to start on every career mode. Before we set up a tactic, before we do any of that, let's check out the youth academy. Okay, so we have you know 65 overall is pretty good when you're like 16 and stuff like that. But this is very good. All right, so we have this guy, 16 years old, 70 to 94 potential, left wing, which is a very, very good position. He has a rapid plus, oh no, sorry, the quick step play style. With 72 pace, 2-star, 3-star, or 2-star, 4-star. Pretty good player. So we're gonna, put him in the first team. Let's see, this is pretty realistic. United bringing youth players into their team. Inside forward is always the way to go. Get those shooting upgrades, you know, for at least the full season, and then switch off to pace and whatsoever, especially when they're young like this. But I do have another technique that I'm going to show you guys in a sec. So now that we have the players gathered, we know a little bit of the team. We went through it in the squad hub. I'm going to go ahead and create a tactic. So here's what I'm thinking about with United. I like the three back. Honestly, I really, really do. And I feel like this formation is pretty good. However, there is a few things wrong with this formation, and it's the 3-4-2-1. I feel like four midfielders is a little too much. I feel like two center mids is not enough. I want to balance it out, maybe adding two strikers or something like that, but keeping that three back formation. So let's go ahead and look at the three back formations. There we are. Okay, so this one's pretty interesting. But it's not offensive enough. Something like this would be perfect, but with two CDMs instead of those center mids. Let's go ahead and see here. This is perfect. This is ideal. Or even something like this. I mean, our wingers are not that good to where we want to do everything to keep them, to be honest. And I feel like this could be pretty good, but if it was a three back, Don't want to do something with 5 back. It's a little too much, I feel like. However, if we do see we're struggling in the season, we'll definitely try to switch back to this 5-3-2 holding, but or this 5-2-1-2. But for now, we're going to go with the 3-5-2 formation, and we're going to do a custom tactic. Now, here's what we're going to do. Obviously, with oh wait, why did it? Oh my, forgot to save it. It's so weird. It's a new glitch in the game apparently. Oh my god, why is it doing this? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Which one was the one we wanted? The 3 back with the 2 CDMs. Um, where is it? Am I missing it? Oh, there it is. 3-5-2. All right. That's saved. All right. Now we can modify it. Nice. So build up style. We're gonna run. Okay. So here's how I'm looking at this. 3-5-2. There's a lot of offensive players. To be exact, 5. Um, who are constantly going to be attacking. 2 holding midfielders and then 3 center backs. But what we're going to do is, I'm just going to walk you guys through it. We're going to do balanced. I don't want it to be counter because it's too quick. We don't have enough fast players. And for the defensive approach, we're going to put it high to like an 80. And we're going to do that just because I'm going to adjust the players to where we're going to have 1 poacher, who's on support, just to make those attacking runs, doesn't slack behind and also go ahead and adds that pressure to the other team. We're going to have 1 false 9 who helps with the build-up. And now that we have that, since this false 9 is almost like a cam, that means that we have 2 cams, meaning we can have 1 center mid and one of the CDMs will drop behind the defenders or in between the defenders. And that one is going to be Ugarte. So he's going to drop down to the center half. So it's going to be a little bit like this, if that makes sense. And his focus is going to be defending. As Christian Eriksen, it's going to be, we're going to play him as a deep lying playmaker, but on build up. So he's a little higher, just because Ugarte is still going to make those run ups. And Onana, we're going to have him as sweeper keeper, just because I have a lot of defenders, and on build up, so he can, help build up the play as well. And we're gonna have Mazraoui as well. He's gonna be a ball playing defender, and he's gonna help build up as well, just because we have that Ugarte Maguire duo that should be chilling. All right, so that's how I'm looking at it for now. Garnacho, we're gonna have him as a inside forward attacking, and with Dorgu, we're going to have him as a wide midfielder who's balanced. But we're going to swap these 2 around. There we go. And actually, we're going to make him the inside forward, and then him a wide midfielder who's balanced, just because Mazraoui is going to be playing it up. I don't want there to be too many holes in the team. So like this, there should be less holes, and it's pretty balanced. And then De Ligt is also going to be on defender, and we're going to have him as, defender plus works. Maguire, defender plus is fine as well. All right, so that's how we're going to be playing the team. Now, obviously, we're going to find players that can fit those positions that I signed them. And I feel like, first of all, Ugarte and Eriksen are going to change, and we're going to have Casemiro because he can drop in the center half, like in between the defenders, perfectly, because he also plays center back, I believe. I believe he has for Manchester United in the past. So that's pretty good. And then Ugarte is pretty good at building up. Um, but we're probably gonna switch him out with Kobe Mainu because he's perfect for that role. But we just need to make Kobe Mainu a CDM. Um, Other than that, Dorgu, I'm gonna switch out with Dalot and put Dalot into a right mid, just because he fits that wide midfielder position very well. And actually, since it is Dalot, it gives me the opportunity to place this into more defensive. Obviously, comes up. Well, actually, he says he stays back, but we're gonna make him run manually, no problem, if we ever need to. But it is good that we add that balance because Mizraoui is gonna be coming up a little more since he's on the build-up play, and like on a free roam kind of thing. And then for the striking partnership, we're gonna do Hoyland and Zirki. Zirki is pretty good at the false nine. And he has the plus for false nine, which is pretty good. And Hoyland is perfect at the poacher position. Bruno, playmaker, he's one of the best to do it currently. So I feel like this is pretty good. Let's look into the team a little more. Let's see what's up. Obviously, we have Martinez, who, you know what, yeah, we're going to play him instead of Maguire. He's going to do that role, defend the role pretty well. I might actually switch him. Well, let's see. It's not Maguire anymore. Yeah, stopper is pretty good since we already have a defender in the team. So, all right, that's the team for now. Let's go ahead and make some position switches. But I feel like Mazraoui at that right mid would be even better. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. 6 foot. They're both 6 foot. All right, all right. We're gonna play like this because I feel like Mazraoui can play better on the right mid, just because he has better dribbling and better passing as well. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna adjust their positions though. Let's see. We have a few position adjusters to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we're gonna make Dalot into a center back. 2 weeks, nice. And then Mazraoui to a right mid. This guy's good. This guy's good. All right, Kobe Mainu into a CDM. So for 10 weeks, we're gonna play Garte. And then, all right, these guys are good. We're gonna make Amad Diallo into a left mid. No, actually, we're gonna keep him at cam. He's doing pretty good at cam. Mason Mount's in there. Garnacho is a cam? Since when? We're going to switch him down to a left mid. 2 weeks, not bad. This guy is well into a left mid. 2 weeks as well. All right, and that's the team. So United have a very small team to be honest, and to be honest, the only positions, I mean, there's a lot of positions. If you want to take a look at the whole team, there's so many positions where we can get better players, but the striker position, man, these two, I don't know. I don't know, and it's not good. And also, this left mid position also is bothering me. I don't know. I'm not a biggest fan of Garnacho. I feel like he's super inconsistent. Um, so I want to get somebody who's more experienced, more consistent, and knows how to work. For striker position, I was actually thinking of Vlahovic from Juventus. Um, but let's take a look at Serie A, see what the Serie A strikers are looking like. Um, Obviously, there's a lot. They're very good at that position. Um, Moise Keane could be pretty good. I think he has poacher. Um, and yeah, poacher plus, which is good. That fits the role that I wanted to play him at because I'm looking to replace Hoyland. Kolomani is on loan, so we can't sign him. Lookman could be perfect for the false nine position, and he actually has it. I'm very interested in Lookman. Lukaku wouldn't fit the team. Um, I need somebody a little more lean, gets into space, quicker. I actually very like Turan. He's tall, pretty lean for his height. Not like Lukaku. Like he's 176 pounds compared to Lukaku, if I can find him. There he is. Who's 207 pounds and shorter. So much bigger, much bulkier. Um, and Vlahovic is 194 pounds and then shorter. So I feel like the best option, obviously not this guy, but would be these two. I feel like this strike partnership could be amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look at our transfer budget. I don't mind selling players, which is probably what I'm going to do. 158 million each. We could afford both of them for sure. Um, but let's go ahead and I'm going to loan him. I'm going to keep Zerky for rotation. And we have this guy, worst comes to worst. I'm going to I'm going to loan this guy out. 16. Mason Mount I'm going to keep, and Garnacho I'm going to get rid of. I promise, I don't have anything against him personally. It's just, I just don't, he fits like Atletico Madrid, Barca. He fits like these La Liga teams, not United. Um, and he certainly doesn't fit the team that I'm trying to play him with. Lenny Yoro we're definitely going to keep as a rotation player, which is now brings me down to the bench, which we're going to fix up. It's pretty good. Like this, boom, boom. Keep this guy. Okay, nice. All right. This is going to be the bench for now. Actually, yeah, all right, that's good enough. That's how we're going to run the bench. And then, so we know our two transfer, and we still need a left mid. I have a few people I'm thinking of that could be realistic. Um, one of them being, I forgot his name. Oh my god. Yildiz is pretty good, to be honest. Pretty realistic. But I had one in mind. That was, who was it? Might have been a Bundesliga player. Coman. There he is. Okay, that's what I was thinking of because Thuram made me think of Coman, which is pretty realistic. I feel like he'd play for United, to be honest, but pretty good option. I like him. 28 years old. Not old, not young. Um, but he's pretty good. Let's take a look here. Any other players? Nusa played really well for Club Brugge. Actually, there is a Club Brugge player that I'm very interested. Go to the Belgium Pro League, plays for Bruges. Right here, he's a player from Ecuador. Go ahead and find him. There he is, this guy. 6'2", 176 pounds. Looks very good. Let's see if they have any other players. Doesn't look like it, but there's another Ecuadorian player that I wanted to take a look at just because Ecuadorian players on United always worked out good. Been thinking about Valencia. I don't think there was any other ones, but he was pretty good there. There was a young player. Caicedo would be pretty good for a midfield, to be honest, in that role that Manu and Ugarte are going to share. But he wasn't the player I was thinking of. He's a player who plays in Europe. Let's see if I can find him. Alright, so he's the one that we added to our list. Pacho, obviously monster, but he wasn't the one. Although I could see him potentially in a United jersey. Kendry Paez, not him. Not him either. Alright, well, looks like can't find him. Maybe he's not in the game. I had seen his highlights and I felt like he would play well in the United system. Pretty aggressive, especially the one I'm doing high press. He'd be pretty good. But let's go ahead and start signing these players. Let's see if we can actually no loan for this guy. Okay, so 46 million, 54k. It's 100 million exactly for the two of these guys combined. 154 mil with this guy as well. And then we have exactly 158, right? Yeah. So, okay. All right, we're going to be a little we can manage this. We obviously include like a player to trade for, but I feel like these are realistic transfers. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any transfer ideas for me. Today we're gonna play up to like 3 games, maybe less, something like that. But the most important part of all of this is definitely like the setup. See if there's any players that I'm fine giving away. Garnacho plus we're gonna give 30 mil. We're gonna give 35 mil. Just saying, they're gonna say no. Yeah. Oh my god, they're asking so much. What about Wayland plus 47 mil maybe? Oh, this guy does not want to hear it. It's crazy. Wow. They're asking way more than his market value, which is crazy. Let's see 60 mil. Alright. 60 mil, he's gonna look back and let me know. Turan. Hopefully we can get a trade in for this guy. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna be able to afford everyone unless we sell. Wayland plus won't be 33 mil. That's way too much. There's way too much there. That's good. Perfect. Okay. 43 plus Hoyland. He's 54 mil. He's worth 54 mil, which is pretty good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and sign him just because I'm sure Turama United will be excellent. Obviously, most of my settings are on the difficult mode, like the most difficult mode. So it's gonna be pretty hard, but I'm the CEO of this, so I should be chilling. Oh my god. We're gonna do wage 130. I mean 140 should be good. I'll give him a mil. Cheeky little mil. He can get himself a pretty nice car. In today's economy, no house, I don't think. Alright, pretty good sum for Thuram. I mean, we're looking at a Champions League finalist from this year. Very, very good striker. He's perfectly in the poacher role that we assigned him to. Hopefully, we can sign Lookman too. Um, Coleman is going to be a problem to sign. Let's see if I have any other ideas for left mids, although I would love Coleman on the team because I feel like he fits the role super well. Take the Prem. I feel like the Prem won't be the place to find him. League One, not also. I feel like maybe La Liga, maybe. Molino, maybe. Fino, obviously, excellent player. Um, Williams, excellent player, but just not realistic. I wouldn't see him signing at United. You know what? We're gonna do Coman, just because Coman is a player that I'd see at United for real. We're gonna do player swap. We're gonna do he for sure one Garnacho. I'd see Garnacho at Bayern to be honest. Plus 30 mil. Come on, for sure. What? That's ridiculous. Oh my god. No way. Let's see, game, dude, come on. 65 million. You've gotta be crazy, man. What about Maguire? Come on. Maguire plus 45. Alright. Alright, they're gonna consider it. And finally, this guy, who is only worth 10 mil, but we're gonna trade him. So for him, since Maguire is leaving, we can actually, it's a good idea to bring him in. We're gonna trade. Let's see. Ericsson plus a mil. Should be good. Oh my god. We're gonna give him 25% sell-on clause just because I'm not thinking about selling this guy at all. Looking to build him up here at United, and whatever. He's not gonna go lower than 10 mil. We'll just sign this guy. He's gonna be in the bench next to Lenioro. Very, very high potential youngster, 20 years old, 74 rated. It's very good. Alright, squad role doesn't really matter. Signed him for 5 years. Nice. All right, pretty good wage. I mean, it's good. He's probably going to be 78 rated by the end of the season. Hopefully, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Um, but yeah, we're 25 minutes into this episode. If you made it all the way here, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Um, the series does get more interesting than this, I promise. Um, so yeah, just stay tuned, and I promise you, you will enjoy the series as much as I do. And here's where we do this, and we're gonna bring in Luke Shaw there to have some balance um, in the bench. So all right, this is currently what we're working on. These are the only transfers we're gonna do this season, unless I get a big offer for like Bruno or something, which I'm fine selling. Although I feel like he is one of the most important players on the team. For these, we're gonna do balance. We're just gonna bring in one coach, just because it's a custom tactic. The coaches don't really help when it's custom tactics. They don't really help in general, but even less in custom tactics. But obviously assignments, all Bruno, which is pretty good. Very excited to try out Turan. He's going to be excellent. I feel like tall, fits the Premier League. Kind of tall build, standard for strikers at least. Um, yeah, all right. Let's hopefully we get good news for um, Coleman and Lichtman. I don't think so because they always tend to negotiate for higher. So let's see. This guy got a transfer offer. That's a negotiate. Let's see. Let's maybe get him a loan. Oh, we can't even propose a loan anymore. See if they sign for 3 mil. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the fact that people are already looking to buy this guy and he hasn't played a single professional game yet, it's pretty good. All right, his transfer listed Euro to Bayern Munich. No, 78 rated, 18 is crazy. He's probably gonna start for us um, midway through the season, or even like 10 games into the season. They countered offered 61 mil, 65 mil. Coman, we're overpaying for Coman like crazy, dude. Absolutely not. We're not going to sign Coman. We're going to sign Lookman here. And then we have 35 mil to find a left mid. It should be good. We might bring in like a crack player from League One. They for sure have some good left mids. One that I can think of right now. We're going to give him 160k a week. Should be good enough. Maybe a little overpriced, but we got a pretty good deal for him. Since they're asking 65 mil for Coleman, who's 84 and 2 years older, I think we did pretty good. Let's take a look. A rating. Yep, we did pretty well here. And he fits so well into the team. I'm so excited to try out this strike partnership. I feel like they're going to be amazing. Coleman, no. And left mids from League One. There's for sure some pretty good players to look at. Okay, let's see. Malik Fofana, very good player. Fernandez Prado as well. Ryan Messi, very good. I don't know why he's so low rated. Herrera, he's had a great season this year. Nothing too interesting. I feel like left wingers would be a little more interesting. Yeah, Barcola, Boga, Alicho. Let's take a look here at what other leagues. Maybe bring back a player from the Saudi League? But that's not too realistic. Let's check out what they have. Burma, okay. Daniel Podence, okay. Christian Tello, very nice. Speaking of Christian Tello, surprised La Liga didn't have any good left mids apart from Nico Williams and Rafinha, who were unrealistic, like super unrealistic. Um, let's see. Maybe Ajax have, pretty good left mid. The problem is they don't rate these guys kindly, man. They're so low rated compared to Some of them who have had great seasons. Like I was saying, like Ryan Messi for Strasbourg and whatsoever. But let's see, Bundesliga. Back to this one. Okay, okay, this is gonna be interesting to say the least. Um, and the Prem we took a look, nothing there either. All right, so whatever. We're left at a pretty weird position to where maybe the Portuguese league for sure has some type of talent. Um, Ismail Garbi used to play for PSG. This guy. Let's see, Santos. All right. Neither from there. I have one final idea for a left mid. If we go back into Syria for a sec, Carlos Augusto. So I saw this guy when I was scrolling down, and I feel like he fits that right mid position well in terms of like defensive stats and stuff. But the left mid and right mid aren't really the same thing. I feel like the most logical thing to do is sign a left winger who has good shooting traits because the left mid position is played as an inside forward. So I feel like signing a left winger would be more logic than signing a left mid just because it's more offensive. They have better shooting stats, but we need someone with at least 80 plus shooting, at least. So let's see here. Like someone like Son would be perfect. Seriously, would be perfect. 61 mil. Sterling? Mm-mm. I feel like Werner, if Werner had higher shooting stats, would be pretty good. But again, or Trossard would be good actually. But you understand the type of player we need, guys. Somebody who knows how to shoot. We already checked it out for League One. Nobody that's realistically going to fit on the team. Um, we need a guy with 80 plus shooting minimum. For sure going to be in this league. Now, too expensive, although it'd be pretty realistic. I feel like he'd play for United eventually. David Neres used to be a great player. Not anymore, though, unfortunately. But let's see here. Ferran Torres. See, this one is pretty realistic because not 80 plus on the shooting. However, he does fit it because he also plays striker, so he knows how to, you know, mount up an attack, try to go in and score. But I feel like there's one guy that I really like, Son. And why not? I mean, Korean players at United, we've seen it before, it was a success. Why not try Son? I feel like it's a tiny bit exotic, um, but I feel like it could happen. Like, it's not too far off the imagination. 31 years old, he has 2 seasons in him, which is exactly what we need. Um, all right, let's see if we can somehow get something interesting for this guy. Garnacho plus, we'll give it 25 mil. We're so broke. Oh my god. Oh my god, 80 mil. Okay, never mind. We're gonna try Ferran Torres, which is a very very good second option. He's younger, but kind of like a Sun player. Can play on both feet. Um, and should be cheaper. We're gonna try to get rid of Garnacho again. We're gonna give him 20 mil plus Garnacho. Should be good, right? No, it's not. Let's see. Hmm. Center backs. No. I feel like I don't know, man. This is difficult. All right, Joshua Zerke, we don't really need him. Um, this is less realistic, but yeah, I knew it was gonna go through with Zerke, but I feel like Zerke, we can find like a very young, 16-year-old striker because, anyways, I don't feel like Thuram and Lookman are gonna be rotated a lot just because, um, they're very, very good strikers. I don't think I'd sub them out at any point in the season. But just in case, for like the future, we're gonna sign like a 16-year-old crack. Um, I have a few ideas for that, to be honest. 16 to 18, just slot him on the bench. He'll come on once every while. But let's bring this guy right on to that left mid position. And like I said, Ferran Torres fits it really, really well because I'll tell you guys right now, I played him as an inside forward on attack. So with the ball, he's like up there. He's gonna curl the ball, and he's gonna do a wonderful job. I'm so sure. This episode is already very long, 36 minutes. If you made it up until this point, thank you again so much. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Um, Drop him down to left mid, 9 weeks. It's about when the season starts, so that's perfect. And for the last transfer before we simulate to our first game of the season, because I feel like we are pretty ready. Let's see maybe if there's academy strikers. No. Um, but I feel like there is going to be a few strikers that are young that we can be able to sign. So we're going to do 16 to 18 in that striker position. We're going to go down to the Premier League. Let's see if we can find anything interesting. No. League One for sure. See this? This is very good. 6'1", 167 pounds. So pretty slim for his height. This is good too. 16 years old, 65 rated, 6'4", 176, exactly like Turan. I feel like that's going to be the one. Alright, this is for sure going to be the one. Impressive, dude. 3-star, 3-star, 4 rolls already. Can he be a poacher plus? No, targeted forward, but we're going to develop him to where he is. And George Ilihiliamenika. Alright, George here. he also, he could play the poacher role. Yep, he can. So I'm hesitating between the two of them. I feel like this one is exactly like Turan. He'd be so good off the bench. I feel like, Alright, we're just gonna, alright, look, I'm doing this and I'm closing my eyes and 3, 2, 1. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I have to sign this guy, and I promise you guys, he's absolutely going to be worth it. Like, I'm so sure this guy's going to be worth it, and he's super cheap, too. I feel like 2 million can seal the deal. 2.1 million. Yeah, we'll give it to them, dude. This guy's going to be 4 mil by the time we're in, like, September. Seriously, dude. This guy is going to be... Oh, my God. I can't wait to have this guy come off the bench on the first game. This guy's going to be wonderful. Let's see, the wage, we're going to hit him with 21K. He's going to live in Manchester. He's going to have expenses, this and that. Let's give him something good. 26K. Good enough. He's going to be worth it so quickly. I'm excited with this guy. I feel like I'm super stoked with the transfers we made. I don't know what you guys think, but I personally do enjoy them. Look, this guy is 64 rated, 6'2". This guy's 6'4", 16 years old, man. Holy shit, and 65 rated. And we're just going to assign him to poacher just so this guy knows what he's going to be doing. But yeah, okay, 40 minutes into the video, we're finally fully set up with the team. Obviously, there's the player roles to apply, but I'm going to do that when everybody has their assigned positions. Everybody's transition to the positions like this guy to left mid, this guy to left mid, this guy to CBM, etc., etc., etc. So that's going to be in like a second, maybe after the first game or something like that. But 40 minutes into the video, and we're fully set up. So yeah, that was a pretty quick setup. I hope you guys understand kind of the vibe of the team. Um, I'm honestly super stoked and super excited for the first game, which is going to be a cup game, which is perfect to wrap up the video because hopefully we're going to wrap up with a trophy. Um, let's see. We're going to be playing that game. Um, we're going to be skipping the preseason invitation just because I don't feel like the preseason is useful at all. 4 million. We don't really need it. We're not looking to sign any more players or sell any more players. I feel like the team is perfect how it is. It's actually quite small. I feel like it could have an expansion, adding some 16-year-old, 17-year-old players into the team, just to have quick rotations in case we're playing cup games against, third division team or whatsoever. But okay, first game against our rivals, which is a perfect game to start the season. Let's go ahead and transition all of these guys to their new positions. And we're starting off with Dalot. Let's see. Started off at 80 rated. Yeah, 80 rated. He's up to 80 rated still. This guy is 81, maybe 82 probably. Yep, 82 rated, which is pretty good. And he's going to be a wide midfielder, which I think was what I assigned him anyways. This guy has 5 week left. This guy to left mid, bring him to 77, but we're going to get rid of him. This guy, 61 too. Nice. Okay, we are all set up. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Garnacho, yep, we're gonna let him leave. Wow, wow. You already want to buy Ferran Torres. We're gonna say no to that. Dorgu, I'm gonna keep. He seems like a pretty good player to have. Mount as well, just because we're gonna need a cam rotation since Amadial is gonna be a left mid. Wow, this guy's 17, 67 rated. 6'2". That's pretty good, man. Let's see. Maybe he don't no space for him on the bench, but he's pretty good. Dorgu is young, man. We'll give him a season before he goes onto the bench. But Mount is on the bench. Diallo's on the bench. Pretty good bench. Very excited to try out this team. 43 minutes into the video. I'm telling you guys, these videos are going to be very, very interesting the more we go on with this series. If you made it all the way here, comment down below, United to first place. And I'll make sure that you have a special day. I'll make sure of that. But let's see. Obviously, I'm right there, the coach. Let's get right into this. For the debuts, so Lookman, Turan, Torres, and that's it. Off the bench, we have Ordonez, yeah, making a debut, and Miete, who these two players we're definitely going to put on from the bench, maybe at halftime or something. But Community Shield final. Let's get into this. Let's see how this team plays in this new formation. United, the revival. Let's see what's up. Alright. What the actual hell is going on? Alright, dude. Oh my goodness. What was that segment? Alright, Mazraoui. Let's see. We can get a counterattack here. Found Thuram in a good position. That's good. Thuram, go ahead. What a goal. That's exactly how I want him to play, man. Honestly, to be very honest, I would have liked for it to be Lookman to make that full run after the Mazraoui pass, like this whole thing. But I feel like, why not? If Thuram can do it, that's what we brought him here for, right? Scoring goals. Absolute banger. After that weird-ass second we had down at our defense. I like how Casemiro is going up, trying to defend, getting a leg in. Haaland against the lift. Oh god. Fish. Very well done, Miller. That was good. Okay. Mazraoui, let's see. That's a foul. Yep. It is. Casemiro, well done. Mazraoui, well done. Rotating it. Balak, let's see. Oh, Martinez has been great this entire game, dude. Torres, let's see. Torres. On the current side. Again, very well done this time. For Lookman, why is he not making that? It's Lookman. Very, very well done there. Lookman, oh my, it's a huge foul there. What the hell? Just push the ball a little further. Okay, I think we can score this, man. Let's see. Bruno. This could be a screamer. Let's see. Bruno. What a goal. Oh my goodness. Bruno Fernandes, thank you very, very much. Holy shit, what a banger. That's why he's on the thumbnail, man. We're going to bring on Manny for Ugarte. Very nice goal there. Amazing goal. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, let's see. What's going on? Shots off. Good save. Oh my, okay. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Great goal off the corner. They do really deserve it. This is our time to get a goal. Lookman. Excellent. Oh my. We got so not. We got cooked in that second half, man. Oh my goodness. We took one shot the whole second half. Still got the possession though, just because we were passing the ball a lot. But dude, they dominated that second half like crazy. And to wrap up today's episode, we're gonna simulate this game against Fulham. Garnacho to Benfica. It's not realistic to be honest. More realistic to Bayern Munich. And let's see here. And yeah, there goes Garnacho. Thank you for your time, services, your beautiful goals, but just United was not for you, man. Let's see. We're gonna take a look here at the transfers. 27 million. No, come on. Euro. Taking him off the transfer list completely, blocking him. With we're gonna do 2-year loan. That's gonna make him grow a tremendous amount. Fulham versus United. We're gonna simulate this, and then we're gonna wrap up the episode right there. We're gonna do a we're gonna sim the match. We're gonna do a long simulation, just like we had a lot of good time on this episode. So let's wrap it up with a quick long sim. Already on a big attack. Already a goal. 3 minutes in. Turan, thank you very much. That's excellent, dude. Already, man. 3 minutes into his Premier League debut. This guy already gets a goal. He already scored against Manchester City. So obviously this guy is maybe going to break United's number 9 curse. All these trash number 9s. There he is again. With Lookman combining. Thuram again. Lookman. Oh my god. They're combining super well. There's the header. Great. Okay. Mazraoui back. Back to Lookman. Back to Thuram. Off the bar apparently. Dude, Thuram and what's his face? Lookman are combining so well. Holy. And our team is all over this Fulham. All over this Fulham team. Look at our ratings. Yeah, Lookman and Turam are already flying, dude. In the stats, man, we are destroying these guys. Absolutely, just a possession a little lower, but it is what it is. Turam again, back inside. Lookman, goal. Oh, offsides. Oh, offside goal, but pretty good play. These guys are doing very, very well. Except on possession, but honestly, I don't really care for possession. That's the first half. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like how Lookman and Turam are playing up top. Oh my god, look out. Oh, good save. Finally, they got a shot in. Second half is pretty rough. Hopefully, we can end the second half with more possession and 8 shots. I feel like that would be good. Maybe like 6 on target. I feel like that would be pretty good. For like 2 or 3-0. Let's see, he's probably going to cross it here. This corner. It's not the best corner. Mazraoui right to it. I like that. Hernandez. And again, shots off. Great goal, Lookman. From outside the box. 2-0 now. Lookman, he's probably like a 90 rating. 8.5. He's been superb. I think he got an assist for the Turam. And now another goal contribution. Fulham looking to attack. Very well defended again. We're doing really well defensively as well. Turam, Lookman combining so well. And again, the combination. Turam with the second goal of the game. Excellent, dude. Again, Lookman and Coleman. Lookman and Turam combining so well. 7 shots now for us. 3-0. Maybe we can get the last 4-0. No, that would be very, very good to start the season. 4-0. 3-0 is already very well. Super glad. See? And again, number 9. There it is. Goal for Lookman, 4-0. Absolutely amazing game we're playing. Lookman has been on crack, dude. Oh my god. Alright, we left these guys with no chance at this game. We left them with 0 chances. Lookman, man of the match. Turam with an amazing game as well. Lookman, 2 assists, 2 goals to start off his Premier League campaign. My world. This attack is working so well. I knew it was going to work. I was so sure. 8 shots, exactly what I wanted. Amazing. Already a trophy in the bag. A big first Premier League game. Our offensive duo is working super well. And that's just so good to wrap up the episode. Absolutely amazing, man. Let's take a look at the stats here. These guys are amazing. Great. We are starting off very well. Very, very well. Manchester United back to glory. Look at this. Great. That's super well. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. If you stayed all the way to here, comment down below Manchester United to glory. And you guys are just fucking legends, man. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, turn on the notification button when you subscribe so you never miss an upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Peace out.